Edge arrives in Loganville, Kansas, just as 3 outlaws are executing a bloody robbery of the town's bank. A sudden storm causes the horses of the criminal trio to bolt, so the robbers burst into the local school and take the teacher and handful of kids hostage. Edge watches the sheriff, who is in over his head, and the criminals engage in a standoff, a scenario made worse by the panic and general stupidity of the townsfolk. Prompted by his own motivations, Edge puts himself in the middle of the hostage situation, looking to put an end to it so he can leave Loganville. GarbAugust is a reading event created by Criminali to celebrate fiction that is often discounted as trash. I'll have links in the description to his channel, along with all the co-hosts picking through the garbage with him. There is not enough plot to justify the length of this book. School for Slaughter should have been a short story, but it is needlessly drawn out to a nearly 200-page novel. Once the hostage situation is underway, the book goes through the same motions over and over again. The criminals make demands and threaten the hostages. The sheriff and the townfolk start to comply. Someone does something stupid, and the situation resets back to the initial standoff. With little variation, this happens about 3 times, and it gets tiresome after the first time around. For the initial third of the book, Edge is barely involved, more of an inadvertent witness to a plot than a participant. But there really aren't strong enough characters to keep the story interesting. Consequently, Gilman's style is much more expositional here than in other Edge novels, explaining where things are and what is happening. Everything feels like it's at least one step removed, so there is a noticeable lack of immediacy and liveliness to the prose. If other Edge books gallop, this one moseys. Also, for a series that's supposed to be the most violent Western in print, there is a significant lack of carnage. We get the gory details in the few violent incidents that do happen, but for those of you looking for vicious action, you're going to be disappointed in just how little of it there is. If there's one interesting wrinkle to the whole novel, it happens in the middle, where Edge, in his vaguely concerned tourist mode, talks to the sole occupant of the town's jail, a black man named Doyle. They have a conversation about the town of Loganville, its people, and what Doyle knows about the robbers who have taken children hostage in the schoolhouse. Or they have as much as a conversation as anyone could have with the nearly monosyllabic Edge. Nonetheless, the protagonist does reveal something about himself and the workings of his own mind, which explains why he's considering helping end the hostage situation, even though he's a stranger who doesn't know anything to the people of Loganville. This isn't the worst Edge book, to be sure, but it doesn't deliver the thrills or violent action that are the selling points of the series. But what do you, the audience at home, think? How familiar are you with the Edge series? Do you want it to deliver on its promise of being the most violent Western in print? Does School for Slaughter commit the only real crime in escapist entertainment, in that it's boring? Be sure to share your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for taking the time to listen to my peculiar notions. If you appreciate this channel and want to support it, you know what to do. You can also take a moment to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel of another YouTube creator you enjoy, or the algorithm will hold their videos hostage. Until next time, enjoy some good trash, live, and be well.